Oh, I think we now may know what the Star Wars title for Episode 8 really means. Oh, welcome back guys, it's the Raw Geek here, it's time for some Raw news. Yes, so on a previous video I did a look at the new title for Star Wars Episode 8, which of course is The Last Jedi. Now I gave a few theories as to what the title could mean, whether it just means Luke, or whether it means a group of people, or someone just by themselves but isn't Luke, whatever it could mean. I think in the end I kind of just said, it's obviously Luke, but the other theory I did think held a lot of water was perhaps that it was a plural and meant a few people. Well, some analysis has been done into the tweets and the posters and that kind of thing in different languages. Yeah, at the time there was a tweet, I think the Brazilian tweet, and maybe, I think it was a couple Portuguese language speaking tweets, so presumably Portugal maybe, and Brazil, and it seemed like it maybe was, in the way it was written, was singular and gender specific to male, so that's why it seemed like, oh, maybe it is just Luke. They were removed in the end, but there's been more translations recently discovered, in particular sort of French and German, and it seems in every case that the Last Jedi refers to a plural of last, meaning not just one person but the last people, a group of people. So it could be that it's talking about multiple people, and of course it could be that it's meaning Luke and Rey, or the new students Luke teaches, or maybe he's got some hidden students somewhere. It seems like it means this is the last stand, these are going to be the last Jedi, these are our final hope kind of thing. That's what I think anyway. There has actually been some promotional material for toys, and toys can actually be a great highlight as to what's going to happen in the movie, because they don't really think or care about the possible spoilers it has. They start production and even bring toys out for a movie that's coming up with like villains in it which you didn't know were going to be in the movie. You're like, oh, well, they're obviously in the movie yet. So that does happen. And there's been some packaging for a toy coming out for Star Wars, and it seems to feature, well, I'll show you the picture of what it features. It's got Poe on the left, Rey in the middle, and Finn on the right. And as you can see, Rey is wielding a lightsaber, a blue one at that, which of course was the colour of Luke's, so it probably is Luke's lightsaber, or at least the kyber crystal from his saber, put in a new saber perhaps. I can't really see from the picture if it looks obvious as to whether it's definitely Luke's old saber holster. I can't really tell, but it probably just is his saber, or if not, it's his crystal or another one he's got or something like that. But, you know, she's holding a lightsaber, so I think it's kind of showing that she's going to take on the Jedi ways. She's got her hair down in the picture, she's looking pretty hot, I must admit. She also looks a little bit beaten up. I think she's got some sort of scratching blood going on there, so she's been in the wars a little bit. The Star Wars. But if we go back to the fact that potentially The Last Jedi means plural, and as we know, Finn seems to maybe, you know, have some Force sensitivity, and in my theory I did mention about the fact that The Force Awakens is probably talking about him, or him and Rey, but definitely him, because Kylo looks at him when he senses the disturbance, you know, senses an awakening or whatever it was. Finn changed his mind about what he wants to do, and it affected the Force perhaps, and so Kylo sensed it, looked at him. So we do think that The Force Awakens title was referencing Finn, either by himself or with Rey, but at least Finn. And Poe, of course, is an excellent pilot, seems to get out of scrapes very luckily indeed. Now we know that sometimes that is because they're actually Force sensitive, so it's not that they're, well, I mean, they are skillful, but the luck element is the Force guiding them somewhat. We know that they make great pilots. There's theories that Han Solo is even Force sensitive because he seems to just always get out of scrapes quite well, except for when obviously Kylo puts a lightsaber through his chest. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert if you've not seen episode 7. So maybe these are Jedis, like all of them. Maybe they're all being trained in the Force. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but you know, we did see Finn doing quite well with a lightsaber, considering he's never held one before. He did really well. So, you know, I think it does seem like it means the Last Jedi is in plural, as in they're going to get a group, train them up, take on the big baddies, and save the day. And then I thought I would talk briefly about this whole PewDiePie thing. I'm sure you've seen it. If you watch YouTube a lot, you should know who PewDiePie is. And there was what seems like a smear campaign against him. The Wall Street Journal basically took out some little snippets of videos he did where there was sort of anti-Semitic or Nazi imagery, and made a video and changed the music and cut it in such a way that it seemed like he definitely is a Nazi, which I think is unbelievably disgusting that they would do that. Like, that is... they're creating hate themselves. He's not anti-Semitic. It was a joke. He was joking in his videos. He was making a point about Fiverr, which is a website where you can pay people to do stuff for basically $5. He was making the point that, look what society will do for $5. It was a critique on society done in a joke. Yes, it was a bit offensive, and he did say, yeah, actually, I probably shouldn't have used those words. But it was a joke. You know, if you go to a stand-up comedian, they say some of the worst, most offensive things ever. Everyone laughs because it's a joke. The fact that they just decided, for some reason they obviously hate him or hate the fact that he has big influence on people. They're like, oh, let's try and, you know, ruin his career or whatever. It didn't work, which I'm glad about, because he's not anti-Semitic. He's a brilliant YouTuber. He's the most successful YouTuber there's ever been. I think the people that did the story are horrible. I hope they don't see this video because they might try and do something about me. I realise they're trying to sell news and all that kind of stuff, but like, it's just made up. It's just made up news. They shouldn't be able to get away with that. It's just, you have to be very careful these days. So many sensationalised titles just for clicks, but the news story is just fake. It's just people pretending to be offended just to try and make something of themselves. It's just sad. And if there were people offended by it, you know, he didn't mean to offend you. He did say sorry, that kind of thing. But this whole outrage culture, this whole thing of everyone getting triggered at everything, it needs to just go away. Everyone just needs to chill out a bit. Like, yes, we're all guilty of, you know, being offended by things which you shouldn't really care about and getting triggered now and again. But the way that society is now, especially online, the things that people are getting triggered by, it's just ridiculous. Just get some perspective. Just have a bit of fun in your life. Just chill out, guys. And then I thought I would show you the shit gadget of the week. Now, there isn't always a shit gadget of the week, but this week there is. I am at a loss as to why things like this need to exist. It's a very sad state of affairs that people are so glued to their phones that we now need to have coloured strips on the floor outside so they notice them before walking into oncoming traffic. I saw this on the BBC website and I actually quite like the title they used because it does indicate what people are like these days. The title is Crossing Lights for Smartphone Zombies. It's so true. You see people just like this, walking around, walking into things, walking into people. Like, we're all guilty of using our smartphones, so am I. Sometimes, guys, just put them away. Like, if you're walking around in the road, crossing the roads and stuff, you shouldn't be glued to your phone. Just look up for once in your lives. And there was even like I think it was a small movie or a documentary or something like that called Look Up, and it was basically just showing people wherever they are, especially like on public transport, just everyone like this. Like, no interaction going on anymore, just stuck looking at their phones. It's genuinely pathetic. You should not need the floor to flash up a colour so that you don't walk into the road. You should be looking at traffic lights. You should look up for a second. You shouldn't be walking around all the time looking at your phone, especially when it's going to get you in trouble, get you in danger. You know, sometimes it's socially acceptable, sometimes it's a bit rude and antisocial, other times it's just downright dangerous. You shouldn't be looking at your phone when you're driving, and you shouldn't be looking at your phone when you're walking into a road. It's quite simple as well, guys. You know, you shouldn't need to be told that, and they shouldn't make allowances and make gadgets to work around that. You know, the anarchist in me is kind of hoping people hack it and make it green all the time so that we reduce these people from a population and sort out the gene pool a bit so we haven't got, you know, new generations of people who are just stuck to their phones all the time. Because that's what mummy and daddy did, so they do the same. Of course I'm kidding, I don't want anyone to be hurt by this. I just wish they would have cut from their phones for a second, and I just wish there wouldn't be people spending money on stuff like this. This has actually been introduced into Bodegraven I don't know if I said that right, I'm sorry, in the Netherlands, to help smartphone users cross the road safely. Who paid for that? Did the taxpayer pay for that? Do they pay taxes out there that pay for that sort of thing? If they did, that's a travesty. I'd be like, I want my money back. I'm not paying for someone to have a light on the floor so we don't walk into the road. They should do that themselves. They can do that for free. Why have I helped? Oh my gosh. I really shouldn't be triggered by this. Everyone just needs to stop getting triggered. I should use my own advice, guys. And then finally, guys, I thought, because we're talking about people getting triggered about everything, we'd watch the second trailer for Ghost in the Shell. Of course, this has been marred somewhat because, of course, of whitewashing. And whether I can understand why people would be annoyed if it's definitely true. I don't think it matters that much when you're just doing a live action of something. If you change, if you hire someone that was good in their audition and they would have good pulling power for people to come and watch it in the cinema, I don't really see that that's a really bad thing. But on the other hand, would it really be that difficult to hire someone Asian? It's like, they should have just done it with someone Asian, shouldn't they? Then you wouldn't get people so annoyed. But then is that racist in itself? See, if you only hire someone so that you don't get people annoyed at you, is that equal? I don't think it is. So it's like, where do you stop? It's just, everyone's going to get offended by something. If they'd chosen, picked someone Asian, they'd be like people saying, oh, well, that actress isn't even any good, it's only because she's Asian. She might have been good, but they might say something like that. And if you pick someone that's white, it's like, oh, that's whitewashing. God, white Hollywood, why can't they pick an Asian person? It's like, no matter what they would do, they'd probably get some sort of criticism. So, they just want the movie to do well and sell. They want their money, that's just their business. So, I can't really decide if I think it's right or wrong. I'm just on the fence about it. But the trailer looked good, so I want to see what the second trailer's like. Okay guys, so this is Ghost in the Shell 2017 official trailer, Paramount Pictures. It doesn't say trailer 2. The only thing I can think of, was the last one like a teaser trailer? I don't know, but anyway, this is the second trailer. Play! That is cool imagery. What bits haven't we seen? Not seen this. Oh, yeah, he's cool.
I have been watching you.
That's smart.
You have to remember.
I saw someone down there. He wasn't human.
He's a known terrorist.
Imagery is awesome.
And he's killed again.
Uh-oh.
They didn't just kill them. They hacked into their minds.
He's everywhere and nowhere.
I will find him.
Hello!
And I will kill him.
This looks good, guys. Come on. That's smart.
You never talk about your past.
I don't remember much. Just fragments.
There was an attack.
You were dying.
We saved you. And now you save others.
Everything they told you was a lie.
You had a family. Remember that.
That looks so smart.
What are you?
What a beauty you are.
Huh. Too quick for that.
What do you want from me?
They did not save your life. They stole it.
How many were there before me?
She was supposed to have a clean brain.
That's cool. Yeah.
I order you to terminate.
They created me, but they cannot control me.
Damn right, girl. Looks cool. It looks cool. I mean, it doesn't look earth-shattering, but it looks pretty cool. I think the imagery is brilliant, and I like Ghost in the Shell, so, at least the original movie, I think, I watched the second one? I watched the original movie long time ago, when it basically came out. So, I want to see that, and I think we should give it a go, give it a try. I get the whitewashing thing. Oh, I don't know. It's just, it's not going to stop me watching it. I don't think it should stop you watching it. However, hopefully they'll sort of learn some kind of lesson from it. That, you know, people will get annoyed by that kind of thing. But in the same breath, it shouldn't matter. Do you know what I mean? If you really want equality, it shouldn't actually matter. But let's not get too, you know, deep into those sort of viewpoints and stuff on this Raw news. I just, you know, want to bring you some entertainment, really, guys. Speaking of which, please check out my previous video. It's basically a roasting of Apple Music's new show, Planet of the Apps. Again, don't get triggered by it. Just sit back, have a laugh. It's just a laugh, guys. But do please go check it out and see what you think. These videos and those types of videos do take a bit of time to make, so it would be cool if you would just take, you know, quarter of an hour to watch it. That'd be great. Smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. I'm not going to sort of beg for likes or anything like that. Hit like, hit like, hit like. But if you could leave a like, that'd be great. But like I say, I won't beg for them. Leave like, leave like, leave likes. Oh, and also, just talking about videos that I've made. This is like a big video drop, this one. I dropped a video about the theory I did with Star Wars. And I'm dropping, you know, the fact that I did a video, the Ghost in the Shell first trailer. I did a video for Planet of the Apps. And there's going to be another video drop. I'm just trying to get you to watch my videos, guys. Nothing wrong with that, is there? And this one is the music video I did for Ghost in the Shell, using the new version of the song that was in the original trailer. Yeah, the new remix of Enjoy the Silence by Key Theory, I think it's Key Theory. That was in the original, or the first trailer for Ghost in the Shell. It's a really cool remix, and I did like a music video for it, using the original anime movie with the song. And I thought it was pretty cool. Of course it got some dislikes because everyone was disliking anything to do with any sort of videos to do with Ghost in the Shell for the new movie. Like my original trailer got 70 dislikes and 168 likes. So 70 people just came to it just to click dislike because they hate the whitewashing thing. Whatever. But yeah, check that out as well if you've got time. And I will stop plugging my videos now. But you know, you should definitely watch them because that makes you really smart. So guys, that's about to do it. Click like if you like that. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. Can't talk any faster, I don't know. And I'll see you on the next video. And until then, remember, don't walk into traffic when you're looking at your phone. Just look up for like 1 second. It's really easy. Okay, bye. Guys, if you're still here, you're awesome. But as you are still here, why not check out some of my other videos? Oh, and if you haven't already, please click subscribe. Laters, haters.